Midwest Furfest has a very special place in my heart because it was my very first introduction to FurCons. And MFF24 marks the 1-year anniversary of me starting to go to conventions. MFF is a very interesting FurCon to get started with just because it's so overwhelming. And I don't even mean that in a bad way. There's just so much going on at any given time that you're never at a loss for things to do. So come with me on this journey of MFF 2024. One of the first things that happens when you get to a furry convention is you have to wait in the registration line. And in a con with 16,000 plus attendees, there are a lot of people. But MFF really impressed this year. Look at how this line is moving. They got through thousands of people an hour. Then after registration, you can get your fursuit on or go spot fursuits and just have a wonderful time meeting with your friends. Performing in FurCons is really fun, and I got to be in the Furry variety show this year, and so basically I had to go and do rehearsals in front of some people who are going to make sure that everything is good to go and that we're ready. It was basically a sound check and then we go. The worst part is I totally forgot the words to my own song twice during sound check. Thankfully, it didn't happen again during the show. I have a special love for furry variety shows because it just shows like the diversity of talents within our fandom. It gives people a chance to shine on a stage when a lot of times they wouldn't have an opportunity to. And of course, it gives me an opportunity to sing about how not cute I am.
I'm not cute, I'm not cute. I'm just constantly running from this canine abuse. I don't know how to accept these nice words, so I'm always running, never accepting the lie that I'm cute. I'm not cute! I'm really not. Can we all come up? You're not cute. You're adorable.
Beyond the furry variety show, there is a plethora of different panels you can go to, like this TikTok panel, where I proclaimed the truth using Suka's sign. Here are some familiar faces, and Suka taking his sign back, but this side's broken according to him. Another panel I went to was Trio Menagerie, one of the guests of honor, and they treated us to a world-class performance of different instruments.
Being in the furry fandom has brought a lot of people together.
I would say my very favorite thing is the amount of creativity you have when it comes to designing your own characters. Just the amount of creativity that we are given with our own ability to design characters and the blank slate that we come as.
And mostly it's just everybody's so friendly and so accepting. It's just a whole bunch of fun. Everybody's around here, we're all having a good time.
I've met some of my best friends in the furry fandom. My life would not be the same without it.
I get to meet people in person where people are their real selves. A sense of community where you're able to find people that share things that you also love. The creativity that everyone puts into it.
For anyone who's watching this, stay creative, keep creating crazy things, and just be yourself. It's awesome.
The best way I could describe it is it's a home.
The people. You don't need any more than that. Whether you have a suit or don't, whether you go to a lot of cons or only a few, you will scarcely find kinder or more generous people than you will in the fandom.
What is your favorite thing about the furry fandom?
You are the number one thing that makes the fandom possible.
The overarching sense of community that we're all in this together and supporting each other and being like the most open and authentic versions of ourselves that we can be, and celebrating that for each other.
This is what I love about this community. Without the community, I don't think I'll even be here right now, to be fair. So this is like very personal to me, and without the fandom, I'm very happy to be, to be a part of a community that's very supportive.
I've said it before, and I'll say it again. The furry fandom has saved my life. It has saved the lives of so many people, so many that we don't even know. We're all a bunch of broken people who have finally been given a community, a way to express ourselves, a place to go home. What FurCon video is complete without a section about the chaos that ensues during FurCons? Something I don't see mentioned much is just the fact that there's so many shenanigans, it's often hard to try to keep track of everything that's going on. You look at every corner and there's just creativity shining. No matter where you go, it's always creative, it's always fun, everybody's having a wonderful time, and then out of nowhere, a Christmas miracle happens.
Hey everybody, today I'm here with
Trina B.
with the Street Dogs Coalition, and we're just going to be talking about what it's like being a charity at a furry convention. Can you tell me a little bit about the Street Dogs Coalition and what your mission is?
Definitely. So the Street Dog Coalition, we're a national nonprofit. We have teams in over 60 cities across the United States, including a large portion of the Midwest. Our mission is to provide free veterinary care to people who are unhoused. We care for both ends of the leash. So keeping that pet healthy, in turn, can keep the person healthy, physically, mentally. We want to take care of the lifeline that is often that bond. Our 4 core values are unconditional love, compassionate activism, trust, and unbridled collaboration, and it's that unbridled collaboration that makes it possible. And I feel like we are so seen here at Midwest Furfest. It helps pay for all of the supplies. We have medical supplies, but there's general supplies too. You need clipboards, you need pens, you need paper. But also it helps pay for things like spay-neuter vouchers. So we can't perform spay-neuter surgeries in the field. So we give pet parents a voucher, and then they get to go to a partner organization and we cover the cost. So all of this funding is gonna help pay for those teams to cover their supplies and, you know, the cost of surgery outside of the street clinic setting. And it's just really, really amazing because that ripple effect is felt for years to come.
That's amazing. Thank you so much. I really appreciate you taking the time to interview with me today.
Yeah, Milo, it means so much. Thank you.
Do you want a hug?
Yes! Yes, I do.
Hey everybody, we are here at the line for closing ceremonies. I can't believe it's already almost over. This is crazy. It feels like the first day you're like, man, this is gonna be forever. And then like the last day you're like, Where did all the time go? I'm excited to see the attendance numbers and get to see like the numbers on what we were able to raise for charity this year. It's going to be amazing. I'm so excited.
This year, Midwest Furfest had 16,800 attendees. And raised $136,000 for the Street Dog Coalition. And at the end, the chairman of MFF announced that he is retiring from that role and received a standing ovation from the furry fandom.
Last night of the con and emotions run wild, and it's just, you take in the venue for, you know, one of the last times for this year, and it's an emotional time. Post-con depression, while it is really sad, it's a very bittersweet sad. We would not be this sad without the amazing time that we just had. The sadness is an indication of what a beautiful time we've had, and it's such a beautiful feeling to experience. A lot of us try to deal with post-con depression by pushing it down and neglecting it, but let yourself feel, because as you process these feelings, the sadness slowly turns into sentimentality, and you can finally just experience the joy that those memories bring you. And just like that, another con is in the books. I'm not really sure what to say. It was a really amazing con. I had an absolute blast. Last night as the Headless Lounge was closing, I just sat in there for like an hour and just cried. And it wasn't even really like sadness, you know? It was more of a, I'm just so grateful I get to be a part of such a beautiful community. I looked around in the Headless Lounge and people were just giving each other the biggest hugs, laughing together and just having a wonderful time. And it was like, in that moment, it was like all of the problems in this world were just non-existent. I am so grateful to Cloud Husky and Yume for letting me room with them. I wasn't planning on going to MFF this year, but I'm so glad I did. This con made so much improvements this year over last year. It felt like it ran so smoothly that I didn't even have to think about the fact that there were people running it. They were absolutely killing it this year, and I'm so proud of the people responsible for making this all happen. If you're seeing this, I hope you understand what an amazing job you did and how much of an impact it had on congoers. I wish there was a way for me to capture what it's like to be in the convention space while everybody's having such an amazing time, getting pictures, hugging each other. It's just that there's this overwhelming, warm and fuzzy feeling. And that phrase is very furry coded. But yes, while there is controversies and while there is arguments and while there is disagreements, together we are the furry fandom, and this is a beautiful, beautiful place. That's all for now. Thank you so much for watching this video. Thank you to all of my Patreon members for making it possible for me to be able to attend conventions and stuff. I appreciate every single one of you. Thank you for being here. You are loved, you are cherished, and I'm so happy that you are a part of this wonderful, wonderful fandom.